Welcome back to Crypto Hustle 101. In this video, I'm going to go over the techniques I use to accurately forecast the price and time of big swings in the assets I'm charting. I'll show you the new methods I came up with to draw Fib Circles and Fib Retracements. Let's go ahead and get into it. For this near 1 hour chart, I use my quick scaling method I talked about in my previous video. You need to have your chart scaled for these techniques to work for you. Now there are other methods to get your charts scaled more perfectly, but those methods are more involved. This is a quick way to get you in the ballpark. Now that that's done, we're going to use the information from the first impulse move down to make a circle. Using the circle tool located on the left in the menu, we're going to start at the bottom of the move and work our way back to the top, like so. This circle represents 360 degrees of equality between time and price, giving you maximum resistance on the top, maximum support at the bottom, and time resistance on the side. If we go back in time, we can see that once price reached this side of the circle, it pushed down briefly, continued to move up before getting rejected and starting a downtrend. We see similar price action once price reached the other side of the circle. It pushed down, started a counter trend rally before continuing the downtrend. Now let's use the Fib Retracement tool to find more potential support and resistance levels. The way I learned to use the tool, you go from the bottom of the range to the top, with this being the zone of interest. While I was making some charts, I got the idea to test making the top of the circle the top of the range to see if I can get a more specific price level of interest. Now we're still looking for price to reverse in this zone. We've just dialed it into a specific price level. Right here at the 0.618, we see price hits that and begins to reverse back down. So let's use the same method and reverse it using the maximum support of the circle. Price stopped right in its tracks at the 50% line. The best thing about this method is you don't change the way you use the tool. It's the same way, you just use a different starting point for your ranges. Now let's take a look at Chainlink to see some more examples. Let's go ahead and draw a circle from the first impulse move down. And this time draw our Fib retracement from the bottom of the circle to the top. We see strong resistance at the 0.786 line, with price getting rejected 4 times. Now if we draw a circle from this impulse move up, we get a time and price equality on this side of the circle that pushes price down. Price reverses when time and price are equal. So it doesn't get confusing, let's get rid of these circles and draw 2 using the entire range. We see the price find support on this circle, then pushes down, reverses at the time resistance edge of the circle, then stops and reverses back down at the maximum resistance top of this circle. Let's go back to near and do the same thing and add Fib circles to the mix. We already have one circle drawn from this first impulse move down. Let's add another one going in the opposite direction. Now we can see that it was the time and price equality at the edge of the circle that caused this large dump down. I can also use the Fib Circle tool to create more rings that price respects. Basically what you want to do is line your tool up with the circle and try to put a square around the circle. That makes the circles line up if you do it that way. And after you're done, that trend line in the middle is going to be 45 degrees. After extending our circle with the Fib Circle tool, we can see that after the dump, we had a counter trend rally on the very next ring, with a downtrend continuing to dump on the next 3 rings. Down here, and another down here. Now let's go to the most recent price action for Link and combine all these techniques. Let's start by identifying the first impulse move up, and then we go ahead and draw a circle around it. And from that, we get a time and price equality on the side of the circle, which makes price reverse and push back to the upside before getting rejected by the top of the circle. Now let's draw our Fib retracements to the top of the circle and to the bottom of the circle so we can forecast every support and resistance turn in the current price action. After finding support at the 0.618, we push up, get rejected, go up, see resistance at the 0.5, pull back, then get a hard rejection at the 0.618, come down, push up, get rejected at the circle, continue the downtrend. After meeting a time and price equality at the edge of the circle and finding support on the 0.382, price begins to move back up, sees resistance at the 0.5 before pulling back at the 0.786, continuing the uptrend until getting rejected hard at maximum resistance of the top of the circle. Price comes down, finds support on the 0 line. We then pushed up to our current price level. Now to get a better idea of which way this could go, let's draw some more fib circles. Let's go ahead and clear the screen. First, we start by identifying the range and using that information to draw a circle. That's another thing. If the range makes a circle that's bigger than your actual screen, you can't use this technique. I do have another method for adding rings, which I'll get into in another video. Like I said earlier, you want to line up the left side and bottom of the circle, then line up with the right side and top of the circle, making a square around the circle. Alright, as you can see, the price has had a strong reaction that each ring has come in contact with, as well as the 45-degree angle going up. We'll probably see that trend continue as it works its way to the next ring. That's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys got something from it. See you next time.